I'm really happy to announce a new Netbox plugin today. So let's say you have Netbox and you have data on it. You have lots of data about your network, and you want to visualize it. Like, does it make sense to use that data and generate network diagrams? And I'm aware that there are some solutions for that, but what if you want to have way more control over what's in the picture? And what if you want to have that in a very special format, like so that you are able to take a quick look at that and you are familiar with the components of the picture? So we tried to solve just that. So let's jump right into the demo to see how it really works. All right, so here we have a Netbox, and we have added under plugins section this new Ninja plugin, which has only one menu called templates. So here you can create a Ninja templates, and we currently support 3 output types: raw-io, text, and JSON. And basically this Ninja plugin or your Ninja template has access to all Netbox data for all plugins as well, not just the native data. And you can generate whatever text-based output you want to. And if the output type happens to be draw.io, the draw.io diagram will be converted to SVG and presented in the Netbox UI. So let's take an example, backbone layer 3. So this is the diagram. This is the template. Here is the template code, and under it we have templates rendered. And as you see, this is SVG file. It can be interactive as well. So here is a link. This is backbone router 1. So if I click the backbone router 1, I get to the Netbox native device view for Acme PB RTR1. Same way, interfaces are linked, as well as their IP addresses, as well as the subnet prefixes. So this is just how I did that template code above there. Also, it's up to template to decide how to lay out these things. So I have included my own kind of algorithm in the template to place these things like that. This is just one example. These templates can be used for multiple purposes. So you can see the output of the template in the Netbox, but you can also access it through the API. And one perfect use case for that kind of thing is if you want to integrate some other system to the Netbox really lightweight way. So let's say gNMIc, which is telemetry collector. If you want to generate target list for that one, you can create a template for that one. So here we did it. So we are producing the JSON format for all of our backbone routers, which basically means that whenever we get the new backbone router, the target list will be updated in the Netbox, and it will almost immediately get the new subscriptions from the gNMIc collector. Okay, one other aspect of these templates are this object type. So I showed you the backbone L3, which has no assigned object type. But for the other template, for the virtual network's L3 diagram, we have the assigned object type. So this object type can be like anything like device or site or whatever Netbox native object type or plugin object types. And this virtual networks happens to be our private plugin object type. So if we take a look at that template, we can see same things here. Note the object type has now assigned. And when we go to the bottom of the page, we actually don't see any rendered output because this template will be rendered per virtual network objects. So it says just see target object to be rendered template when object types are set. So this means that we need to go to virtual networks now. In this case, we happen to have one. This is kind of out of scope of this session, but this is more or less the MPLS layer 3 VPN in the network, high-level abstraction of that. If we open that object, now we have this Ninja tab. And if we press that, we will see our virtual network layer 3 diagram here. This is also interactive. This is another template. And yeah, now it's here. We can also open the API version of it. So we can get the URL where to query that one. Same applies to all of those types. All of the templates with other types as well. Now let's create some fun things here. So let's create new virtual network because it's easy, it's highly abstracted. So let's create AcmeVN2, like let's not connect that to any MPLS site, and let's take a look how it looks like. Okay, here it is. One virtual network, no connections to any site. Let's go and edit this one. Let's connect to 2 sites actually. Let's save it. And go to Ninja tab. And now you can see I made this template scalable. So now it has 2 connections and it's way higher, but still you can see clearly everything. All right. But as I mentioned, there was this backbone layer 3 template, as well as this gNMIc target. So why don't I show you that one? So here we have Grafana, and it's presenting the data from gNMIc basically through the InfluxDB. And here we can see that we have only 3 routers, router 1, 2, and 3. Same amount we actually saw in this diagram. But let's add one more. I actually have 4th router, but it's in offline state in the Netbox. So let's modify that one. Let's go to the devices. And as you can see, the router 4 has been in offline state. So we don't have any data on it, in the InfluxDB. So let's edit this one. Let's move this to active state, like that. And let's take a look to the diagram again. Voila, now we can see the router 4 and its connections. Let's go back to the interface dashboard and see, let's refresh this page. Now we have router 4 here as well. And let's do some fun stuff here. So now router 4 with the others have been added to the telemetry. And as you see, the orange line is from router 4. It just started. other ones have been collecting the data before. And let's do one more thing just for fun. We have a way of pushing the configuration from the Netbox to the devices. So let's do that. And let's see how it reflects to the traffic rates in management interface. Okay, it seems it does something. Okay, but the point was we got new router into the telemetry subscription, in the monitoring, in the Grafana, without we didn't touch it anyhow the gNMIc, not the InfluxDB nor the Grafana. We just got everything from the source of truth, from the Netbox, which kind of makes sense. So I see this Ninja plugin as kind of a somewhere in the middle ground between the manual drawing of network diagrams and the fully automatic algorithms. So many of these existing tools which generate diagrams are fully automatic, which means you can throw them, you can throw arbitrary topology to them, and they will draw something. But if you want to change a little bit of that, it may completely rearrange the things in the diagram, and it makes it really hard to kind of take a quick look and understand what's going on. If you want to have more control, you can have it with the Ninja plugin. You need to still write a template for that. But I would rather spend my time on writing templates to cover all of my use cases, every day, every second, than drawing manual diagrams. So hopefully you find this useful, and if you do, and if you come to AutoCon 3 in Praha in a couple of days, if you find a person with this t-shirt with Ninja logo, come and say hi to us. Thank you for watching. See you around. We have one more thing coming up, but I don't know how much I can talk about it right now. But what if you got that same generated diagram from the Netbox to Grafana and can reflect telemetry data on it? That would be really awesome. Stay tuned.